Here's the first take on the index. The Nifty is up about 26 odd points. The Sensex is up almost 100 points. So clocking on the green line this morning, the mid-cap index is up 124 points. Bajaj Auto is your top gainer this morning. By the way, on Bajaj Auto, my colleague Hormuz very helpfully tells us that this is Bajaj Auto's best year since 2010. It's up 60% this year, and it was up 75% way back in 2010. So it's been one of the best years that it's seen in the recent past. So keep an eye out on Bajaj Auto. Apart from that, Adani Ports, we mentioned that earlier, up 0.7%. Power Grid, Asian Paints, M&M. In fact, all auto stocks doing well this morning. M&M, Tata Motors, Eicher, Hero MotoCorp, Bajaj, all in the green right now. On the downside, Cipla, HUL, Maruti, Suzuki, UltraTech Cement. By the way, mid-cap index is also opened at record highs, so looking pretty smart over there. Britannia, HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, just a tad bit in the red. So largely, you'd have to say all the action is now shifted to the broader markets. Take a look at Honasa and you will come to know how the market is receiving those numbers. Good set of numbers coming in for Honasa this morning, and the stock is up about 5.5%.
Well, that's right, Sonia. Home First Finance, Abhishek had told us, is likely to be a large trade. That's got cleared out. That stock, in fact, is under pressure post that large trade. 10% equity nearly changing hands. So that's one stock keeping an eye out on. Man Infra, well, they've announced on the exchanges a few minutes ago that they'll be meeting on November 29 to consider raising some funds. So for the time being, that stock is up close to around 10%. Will require further details out there. NMDC sources tell us here at CNBC TV 18 that they've gone ahead and they have increased prices by 200 to 300 rupees across products. So that one as well mildly higher with a gain of close to 100%. CE Info Systems, well, that's the one, Mappa India. That one, in fact, is, I think it was mildly higher in pre-open. They're considering a fundraise. In fact, it's up close to 3.5%. And Genesis, they have partnered the Survey of India for 3D digital twin mapping program in India. Yesterday, the stock was higher. Today, in fact, the stock is up only around 1.5%. A few more names that you should keep on your radar. A few stocks actually that are seeing very, very high volume moves. One is RateGain. That stock is down close to around 7%. Suzlon for another day, it's in fact low. It's down close to around 4.5%. Remember, some of these stocks have seen a big run, and now they've come for selling. Even Apollo Microsystems, the stock was up more than 40% this month. Now there's no exit actually because there's big selling out there. So that stock as well, Apollo Microsystems, that stock is down 5% and it's at lower circuit. Prashant.
Okay, well, it's not a bad open, right? I mean, 35 points or so. 19,845 is where we are at, and it's looking pretty okay. Now, just a quick few more names. CG Power, we were just highlighting that volumes are up and running, and how. CG Power is up another 5% after yesterday's 20% pop. It's the top volume traded gainer, almost 3.5 million shares on CG Power at the word go. So that's humongous. IEX, I think Vivek was mentioning IEX earlier. 3% up on IEX. Stocks at about 148. There is Man Infra, which is up 10%. It's coming up with huge volumes, Man Infra, fundraising, 175 on Man Infra. Honasa, where the management will speak with us in just a bit. I think we mentioned this, 6% higher. Results have been strong, 375 on, that's Honasa Mama Earth. Sorry, I mentioned Bajaj Auto. Of course, we had Rajiv Bajaj with us yesterday in a pretty exhaustive interview. We'll play sound bites of it later. CDSL is up about 3.5%. EID Paddy is up about 3%. There is Godrej Agrovet, which is up about 3%, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's right out of the gates. There is no doubt the volumes. Volumes are strong, and I think it's looking pretty good. Tube Investments is down 6%. It went up sharply along with CG Power and Carborundum, etc. But this morning, I think it's down 5% or so on decent volumes. And of course, I think some of the others we've already been highlighting, so I won't go into details. KEI is down about 2.5%. eClerx went up sharply yesterday. eClerx is down about 3% or so. Shanti Gears was up 8% yesterday by close. Shanti Gears is pulling back some 4%. So these are just pullbacks off of yesterday's moves that we are seeing, all with decent sized volumes right at the word go at least. Godrej